Yo, so I just got done watching Smackdown from August 5th, and we just got a very unexpected surprise. So, basically, to give you the rundown, at the last few minutes of Smackdown, the Bloodline, I was gonna say Roman Reigns, but the Bloodline came out, and Roman Reigns was going on and on again about him smashing Brock Lesnar, his same promos, and then he got interrupted by Drew McIntyre. Obviously, Drew McIntyre coming out because they finna face off at Clash at the Castle. And then the lights went gray. When the lights went gray, all you heard was music. And at first, I was like, yo, who can this be? But as soon as I heard that dun dun dun, I'm like, yo, how can bro? Triple H has only been in charge for a second week now, and he's already making big changes and bringing people back. First, it was Dakota Kai, and then he called up Io Shirai, and now you got Karrion Kross, bro. Karrion freaking Kross came back to SmackDown. And all you saw was Karrion Kross attack. No, no. Okay, so here's how I went at first. Picture this image. Visit this image. So just picture Drew McIntyre talking. And then picture you hearing music, the lights go gray, and then you see Scarlett just at the stage. You see her just staring, like just standing like on the stage for a while, and then after that, Karrion Kross come out of nowhere, boom, start beating up Drew McIntyre, bang his head against the steel steps. He looks at Roman and then proceeds to beat up on Drew while Scarlett walks down the ramp, and then she got that little sand glass thing. I had forgot what it's called. And then she flips it upside down, which basically means tick tock, your time is almost up. So that just leaves the big question: when is Karrion Kross going to challenge Roman? Because obviously you don't really have heel on heel matches. It's either heel on face matches or face on face. You don't really see much heel on heel. It's rare. So I'm thinking I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but here's what I want to happen. This is my fantasy booking right here. At Clash at the Castle, I've always said Roman Reigns' title reign has been so long, it's been so great, and at some point it has to come to an end. But you have to drop the title to someone who's been built up enough to be a good challenger and to defeat Roman. So what's been my outcome. I've always wanted the outcome between Roman and Drew. I've always wanted Drew to win, but I want it to be like a Drew versus Brock type of outcome, where after he overcome the odds and slay Brock, he got another challenger, aka Big Show, come out and try to challenge him. You thinking, oh my God, Drew needs to retain. He just became champion. He retains. He just beat two stars in one night to become WWE champion. It was a feel good moment. That's why I want a similar outcome to that. When Drew and Roman faces off, of course you're gonna have the Usos that's gonna try to help. But during that, I want Drew McIntyre to overcome the odds. Claymore, 1, 2, 3, he beat Roman, and then after that, Austin Theory comes out. My bad, Theory. You can call it what you want. Theory comes out, cashes in Money in the Bank. It's now a 1v1. You think that Theory probably gonna win because he's fresh and Drew's tired, but no. Drew at the end, Claymore kick, 1, 2, 3. Drew just beat Theory as well. So now, not only did he beat Roman, he also beat Theory to retain. He's a WWE champion. And then at the next pay per view after that, that's when you can have your first big heel on face match and have Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. And if I remember, these two never really faced off anyway. I don't remember them ever facing off. They probably faced off somewhere down the line on Raw. When Karrion Kross was going through that huge change that was under Vince control. Oh, it was god awful. But now, like I said, I don't remember like if they ever faced off. So if they did, please tell me inside the comments. But they need like them. Drew McIntyre is the man he is today. He wasn't the same man he was back on NXT. He obviously he been way more built. And as for Karrion Kross, he's underneath Triple H control now. So it's gonna be way better than what Vince was giving us. So Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre at the next pay-per-view for the Undisputed Championship. And it could also be a perfect way to split the titles too. Because let's be honest, nobody wants the two main titles to stay together forever. So here's what should happen. After Drew beats Roman and Theory, on the next Raw after that, there needs to be this big segment. Hell, you don't even have to have it happen on Raw. You can make it happen on SmackDown, since Drew's a SmackDown guy. You can make it to where Drew pulls a Keith Lee. You know how Keith Lee won the North American and the NXT Championship back in NXT, and he wanted to separate the titles because he know how hard it is for other superstars to try to work for opportunities, and he didn't want to hog up them opportunities. You can have Drew McIntyre do something like that after he beat Roman, finally slay the tribal chief after this long historical reign. You can make it to where Drew McIntyre don't want to hog up opportunities from everyone. So therefore, he keeps one title and he basically gives up the other title. And then Triple H can have a big tournament to see who's gonna be the Universal Champion, since Drew is a SmackDown guy. So the WWE title stay on SmackDown. Obviously, Drew McIntyre is the champion. And at the next pay per view, whoever the two challengers is for the Universal Championship, they can have their match, and Drew McIntyre can take on Karrion Kross. Now, obviously, Karrion Kross just came back, and Drew McIntyre just won the belt again. So the big question is, who will win that match? You got a returning heel versus a very popular face who just became a WWE champion for a third time. In that moment, I love Drew McIntyre. It's a big moment. It'll be a big moment for everyone. But let's be honest here. Would your bets be on a deserving popular superstar that just worked his way back up? Or would you put your money on someone who's already been champion twice and always been pushed to win? So I want Drew to beat Roman in theory, but as for taking on Karrion Kross afterwards, I would want Karrion Kross to win. And before y'all say, "Oh, so you okay with short title reigns?" No, I don't like short title reigns. I'm not a fan of it. I only like short title reigns when it's necessary. In this case, it's necessary. Karrion Kross is back. He's hot. He's ready to go. He's popular. He's already somewhat built. I mean, I know Vince McMahon booking with him was kind of but he was still somewhat a threat. All Triple H got to do is give him a couple matches, and having him beat Drew McIntyre, he already looks dominant. You feel me? And it's not forced at all. You feel me? It may be kind of forced as a return, but let's be honest. We've seen that happen millions of times before. We've seen it happen with Brock Lesnar. We've seen it happen with Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey comes back, wins the Royal Rumble, becomes SmackDown champion. Brock Lesnar come back, win the Royal Rumble, become WWE champion. Like, we've seen it happen many times before, so it's not like it's something new. And fans, last time I thought, didn't fans cheer Brock Lesnar? Didn't fans cheer Ronda Rousey? So if they don't cheer Karrion Kross when Karrion Kross is way better than Ronda Rousey, then they just being biased. You feel me? So my whole thing is Karrion Kross. So just to repeat everything, here's how I want the next few months of WWE to go. Drew and Roman face off, clash at the castle. Drew beats Roman. Theory cashes in. Drew beats Theory. Next big pay-per-view, you build up tension between them. Karrion Kross beats Drew, and after that, give Karrion Kross a decent reign. He don't have to have a 300-day reign or any of that, but give him a decent reign up until you build in, I don't know, Cody Rhodes or something. Because I still don't think Cody Rhodes is gonna be back when if my fantasy becomes true, Cody Rhodes still not gonna be back. So you can have Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble, then at WrestleMania for the WWE. Well, that's if Cody picks the WWE champion, because he could just pick the Universal champion. Because keep in mind, earlier I just said separate the titles. So if you separate the titles, you can have Seth win the Universal Championship, and then it's a win-win for everyone. You feel me? Because everyone wants Cody to win a belt. You feel me? Because he's Cody. He's Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. Cody at WrestleMania can beat Seth Rollins or whoever is holding the Universal Championship at that time. Because what's your options? You got AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley. I'm naming Raw superstars. AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Cody Rhodes. My bad. AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Riddle. You don't really got much challengers to be the champion for Cody. And it will make sense for Seth to win since Seth and Cody already have history. So you got two big matches right there. Later on down the line, after Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble, he can challenge for the Universal Championship, which is Seth Rollins will be holding. Like I said, this is my fantasy booking. And then at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship, and Karrion Kross versus whoever at WrestleMania. Hell, he can face Roman Reigns. Because keep in mind, Roman Reigns is a part-timer, so he can come back at any time. And that's two big WrestleMania matches right there. Seth versus Cody, Karrion Kross versus Roman. And I already know what you're thinking, but didn't you say heel-on-heel matches don't happen often? If Roman Reigns just lost his belt, there's no telling what kind of mood he's going to be in. He can come back as a face. Who knows? Or Karrion Kross can slowly become the face. Because after superstars win big championships, they slowly transition like into a face. For example, Becky Lynch, because she beat Charlotte for the championship when she was a heel, then slowly turned into a face. But anyway, that's just my fantasy booking. What do y'all want to happen down from here now that Karrion Kross is back? Let me know inside the comments, and let me know if y'all like my fantasy booking. Man, Karrion Kross is back. I was screaming. I'm happy, and I can't wait to see what's next. But anyway, this is my reaction. That's how I feel about everything. This is a huge W for wrestling fans and everything, and I just can't wait to see more. But go ahead, let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all outside the next video. Peace.